Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time we have the finals of the French Nationals. Dragon Link versus Eldlich Brave. They're going to start off with Black Metal in the Striker, search Boot, search Red MD. Also 40-minute timer. I did not do the top 4 because I took a shower and I came back and it was already like the 3rd turn of the duel, so I decided not to do that. But we are going to go ahead, and I wonder what's in the Eldlich Brave deck. Kind of interested in that. I saw the Dragon Link list from the last round. They're playing 60 cars. They're playing like more of Rocket Engine than normal. They're going to Red MD, summon back out Black Metal from Grave. I feel like Eldlich Brave wouldn't run hand traps, which is like really, really scary. Yeah, go Romulus, search Ravine. Maybe after this, I could go back and record like the top 16, top 32. I don't know. I'll go back, and if I see a cool deck, then I'll do it. But if no cool deck, then I won't. Or maybe if it's like a good player playing like a Therion Brave deck. Okay, so they're going to discard Dump Abs. Abs effect grab Tracer. I can't tell what they discarded because like I just can't see it. Okay, that, I know it from last round. That's the guy that summons back 2 rockets. So, they're going to summon Levy effect, hitting that. Okay, so definitely able to keep going here. Borrowland is a very strong card that just got brought out not long ago. And that card's kind of broken. Interruption plus Extender. Alright, then they're going to banish that. And that searches the Fusion. Okay, so I actually don't know exactly what this Fusion spell does. It's been a while since I've read these cards. But I know that it can quick fuse into the Furious Dragon. So that's a pop on the opponent's turn plus follow-up. Make Seal now. Activate Boot. Yeah, Boot summon from hand. Must feel really good to be in the finals and also win the rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Or the dice roll. Like, that's insane. That'll never be me. Never be me. But I'll just always lose the rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Now, oh, they're going to activate the prize card. Oh my gosh, Chaos Emperor here is insane. That's free card to hand. That's free extender. I don't know if they're playing a rank 8 or not. If they do play Zombie Vampire, then maybe that's something they could go for. They might not want to, though, because the opponent's playing Eldlich Brave. Both of those sound good to be milled off Zombie Vampire. It just puts that in graveyard for Saferd, but you don't really need it. Yeah, they're going to add back Abs and pay 1,000, and then special summon out Abs. Yep, free bodies, free bodies. Now, they've already Tracer effect, pop boot, brought out Recharger. Now they're going to use the Recharger and Tracer to synchro off, and then that's going to summon Savage effect. Yeah, so they had to do the Armageddon and the Abs before making Savage because they needed a rocket on board. And now they're going to set 1 and pass. Okay, deciding to end with Abs. That's because they have the Fusion spell. So that way they can also search on the opponent's turn now. We see Right, Strike, D-Barrier. Is that Lord of Heavenly Prison? Yep, that's why they're revealing it like that. And then set 3. Yeah, it's like Steel or Right doesn't do anything here because the opponent has Savage. So if you activate Right, like if they Savage negate it, then you have nothing else that lets you keep going. So Savage just got a free negate that turn. So I just like zoomed the camera out, made it so that way you can see the Lord. And then summon Chamber grab Tiding. That's good. Opponent's probably on Floodgates. Tiding to out Floodgate is good, plus more follow-up. Wow, they're really messing with the camera now. Okay, then pass turn. Yeah, so Seal bounced back. I'm pretty sure it was Romulus that was attached to the Savage. Yeah, it was. So they bounced back to Romulus. And now... Ooh, okay. Going from here, they're going to link those off. Summon Dark. Abs effect to search. They have a lot here. See, the opponent has purple cards. Purple cards will also allow him to trigger the Lord of Heavenly Prison in hand, the summon and set. They're going to search Rocket Synchron. And then summon out Rocket Synchron. Effect, special summon back out Abs from grave. Now, we know that they have Strike, Right, Lord of Heavenly Prison, D-Barrier. So, what, like that last trap card that's set can be a huge difference. Absolutely huge difference. Okay, so looks like they let that go. Oh, no, looks like they're thinking. Yeah, okay. Still thinking, otherwise they'd summon that back. They have Chaos Base, Nib Tidy in hand. I think all of those cards, like, we didn't go through White or Black Dragon. So I think that the Chaos Base is still alive. They're going to D-Barrier, calling Synchro. And then, in response, yeah, Chain Savage. And do they chain their strike here? They do. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, it really depends what the other trap is, because, like, D-Barrier strike is already pretty decent. But that last back row isn't anything. It's like, it just doesn't matter. You still just lose here. I think they just, like, make... They might just make Unicorn. No, because the last back row has to be chainable at any point. Because they didn't use Lord of Heavenly Prison. Okay, make Pisty. And then they're going to make the triple burst. Yeah, already used Abs effect this turn. So making triple burst, they're reading it. It doesn't actually do anything right here. You know, it has like the effect to stop Ray, which isn't going to come up in this matchup. It has the effect to do piercing. It has the effect to tribute the special summon back, but that wouldn't be this turn. So they're going to go Pisty to summon back out from the banished. And then tribute, summon 2 rockets from graveyard. So bring out the Tracer and Recharger. Is it Borland? Yeah, Borland. They have Chaos Armageddon. That's 65 damage. And then the opponent's only at 65. They also have Borland. I'd be able to like target Recharger to negate it and summon back from the graveyard to attack for more. But the opponent's going to have the trap for the Lord of Heavenly Prison. Yeah, it's like, they just don't have any engine rolling. The Eldlich player. It's just hard playing that deck and going second versus combo. And like, their build doesn't look like it's playing hand traps or anything, which is even more tough. And also, not playing hand traps makes it sad where your deck loses to stuff like Red Reboot, Harpies, Lightning Storm. Like, imagine you get hit with Lightning Storm and you still just have 2 hand traps in hand. That's pretty good. But then the hand traps are awkward going second. It's crazy how like the hand traps are better going first in the Eldlich deck than they are going second. Okay, so they're going to Trap Trick. Okay, so that's a choice of a bunch of different trap cards. Well, you're thinking in response. Yeah, so that's going to go through. Oh, Ice Dragon's Prison. Yeah, Lord of Heavenly Prison. I'm not gonna lie. Ice Dragon's Prison is pretty nice. You're just getting rid of Borderland plus like another resource. Okay, in response to Lord of Heavenly Prison, they're gonna activate the fusion spell. Now, I don't remember what this card does exactly. I just know that it fuses, and it's a quick play. Okay, so they're going to use the Armageddon and Tracer. Armageddon goes to the bottom of the deck. Bring out the Furious. So now they're going to bring out Lord of Heavenly Prison and go set from deck. This could probably just be like Extravagance or Prosperity. Oh, what was that? It looked like a Floodgate Trap Hole. Was it Trap Trick? I feel like that's what it would be then, huh? So now they're reading the Borderland real quick. This card is a pop. Fairly certain it only pops face up cards on the opponent's field. Or maybe it's one of your face up cards and one of the opponent's monsters. That might be what it is. These are just like the cards that aren't used very much, that like you somewhat know what they do, but at the same time you don't really know what they do. Just because nobody plays them. You're going to bring out Triple Burst, Banish. Okay. Now what? Yo, Eldlich is kind of working this back. I cannot lie. Also hate these camera angles, man. Just simplify it. Oh, let's go. Chaos Space, get rid of Nib. That searches out the Black Dragon. So now, still able to go off here. I have no idea what they set off Lord of Heavenly Prison. But to be honest, if they unicorn back the set card, and then, yeah, they're leaving them with a blank in hand and then a draw, like 2 blanks, right? And one will be the draw for turn, so you know the other one's probably not a trap, otherwise it most likely would have been set. And you know your opponent's on Brave token cards. You know, you're both in the finals. You definitely know what your opponent's on by now. So, could be another Lord of Heavenly Prison. Could be a Brave card. Oh my gosh, there's 5,000 people watching right now. 5,000? That's insane. Is the French community this much bigger than American? Or maybe everyone just wanted to see Dragon Link versus Eldlich. Now they're going to go Chaos Space, put back. Because I swear, bro, also I have like a hair in my mouth. Ah! I felt something on my tongue, and I went to go like do that to try to like get it off my tongue. And then I felt the hair, and I was like, oh god, no, that's not happening. But we're going to go search, we're going to make Striker, go search white off the black. And now Banish, grab back Fusion. I'm guessing that Fusion's just going to be discard fodder at this point. Probably would help to know what the card does all the way. But I also don't know the name of it, so I can't really just look it up right now. Then they're going to go Boral, Pop Striker, and Lord of Heavenly Prison. Recharger, bring out Dark. So, didn't Boral negate Recharger? I don't know. How did Tracer get out on board then with Borland now? I don't know. See, on DB I could check logs, but here I just have to like go with their word. I guess they normal Tracer possibly. I don't know. But then, like, why wouldn't they be chaining the Borderland to summon a body? So it doesn't make sense. And Borderland could have only targeted itself, the fusion, or recharger. There's no way they're targeting the fusion. Did it target itself? Okay, so we're going to see Ben admit defeat there. We see Matthew win the first match, or the first game of the finals. Also, this Matthew, it's probably the weirdest way I've ever seen it spelled. But, like, it makes sense? Like, it actually works? Okay. I mean, fair enough. This is, like, French. Oh my god, chat's going crazy. I have no idea what they're saying. As it's also just all in French. But, who let this Eldlich player make it to the finals, first of all? How many people did they sack? Second of all, Dragons in the finals? Kind of wild. I was actually just talking about this yesterday, that I don't think Dragon is as bad as everybody thinks it is. I think it's becoming slightly better. But, it's an interesting deck. It ends on a lot of interruptions. It can play going second. It can play hand traps. I don't know if they're playing hand traps, though. I mean, we saw Nib, so that's at least one hand trap in the deck, which is good. Yeah, Dragon's not a horrible deck. Borderland is insane. Card's good at breaking boards, negating boards, extending your boards. It's just crazy. It's a dark too, so you can like dark lock yourself, then end up making it. Which is always really big. It's another reason why a lot of people like playing Anaconda in the deck. Just because if you had something broken that you could go into after being dark locked, it would like help out a lot of the hands. But going into the next game, we're going to most likely see Dragon go second. They're going to put in their Lightning Storms, the Harpies, the Red Reboot, Cosmic, Twin, just back row hate in general. That stuff. Eldlich probably putting in Anti-Spell. Judgment, if not main decked. Like, just back row hate. Or not back row hate. Stuff to stop the back row hate. While Matthew is putting in the back row hate. And then also, you know, stuff like Anti-Spell, Judgment. It hits other things. It doesn't just hit like a Twin. Anti-Spell hits like the entire Dragon engine. So, here we go. Hopefully nobody messes up and draws 6. Okay, cool. Prosperity, Temple, Golden Lord, Lord of Heavenly Prison, or is that Griffin? Okay, so they're going to banish for effect. Oh, and in this hand, Quick Launch. Oh, you took it away too. Is that Quick Launch Red Reboot? But Temple Search right, Activate right, Special Summon out the Sword Soul token, and then go ahead and bring out Faithful Adventure from the deck until a spell in Trap Zone. Also, when they were going through their deck, how many Prosperity are they playing? Hold on. Give us a second look. Oh, come on. Yeah, discarding Golden Lord off of Fateful, Griffin the special out. So they also have Temple in hand. They're going to go search Draco back. So we know Draco back, Temple, and I think a spell and trap. Okay, so they're going to shuffle up real quick. Do they not have an Eldlich card again? I feel like that's why they would like... Oh, Prosperity. Never mind. Prosperity's fine. I was going to say, I thought I only saw one Prosperity in the deck. But I really only started looking for it at the end when I saw the one of. And didn't think I saw any more. So maybe another one was in hand and the other one was just at like the very bottom of the deck. Maybe they only played 2. Who knows? They are playing Eldlich Brave. I'm happy that they know Prosperity is better than Extravagance. So they hit Torrential, they hit Scarlet, Ice Dragon's Prison, Judgment. So you can take Eldlich Engine if you want it. You could take Ice Dragon's Prison as an interruption if you want it. Judgment to stop back row. We end up taking Judgment there. So we already have Griffin plus Judgment. That's 2 negates. Has to have Scarlet in hand at this point. Right? Or Conk? I guess Conk would make sense too. Has to be. Because there's no way you're just not going to have Eldlich Engine rolling again. You'll just end up losing the grind with Eldlich. So pass, draws Gamma. Oh, that is Red Reboot. That's Red Reboot, Gamma. Seyfried called by Droplet. First of all, I just want to say this person in top 4 also drew the Droplet Red Reboot combo, which was wild, and they lost that game. I want to know what this Dragon person's extra deck is. Also, they let Seyfried go through to search. Doesn't like Griffin negate it. If he Griffin negated it, Gamma would have been game. Because, yeah, it would have been game. Unless if he has, like, strike set. Because then he would strike Gamma, chain Red Reboot, chain Judgment. But even then, like, then it's not too hard to push through what they have. They wouldn't have any interruptions on field, at least. We know the card in hand's Temple. So now they have Black Dragon that was searched off the Seyfried, Quick Launch in the Tracer. Okay, that's going through. There's only 18 minutes left. So, worst comes to worst, Dragon ends up losing this game, but the game ends up taking long enough that they go into game 3 with only a couple minutes left, and then you Scarlight, burn. So they're going to search white off of black and then mill 5. I also really think it's dumb how it's end of phase and not end of turn. It doesn't make any sense. Like Konami, it's not good. Don't do that. Many judge calls have been made over stuff like that. Everybody knows. There's always those rounds at regionals too where it goes like 20 minutes over just because people are arguing over like if they entered battle or not. So now they're going to go battle Pepega Ruler, attack Griffin. They're going to activate the Conquistador there. To be honest, that was probably a pretty easy read. I mean, I read it. I knew that if it wasn't Scarlet or Conk, and since they didn't send Scarlet for Golden Lord effect, it had to have been Conk. But now they get hit with Red Reboot, and now they're going to use their Solemn Judgment. Yeah, it's like if they don't use Solemn Judgment, then the Conk will never go through to pop, which will out Griffin negate, which leaves them with 0 interruptions. And they'd still have, Pepega Ruler on field to keep going with. So we end up seeing the Red Reboot being stopped there. The power card being stopped. It's fair enough, though. Matthew knew it wasn't going to go through. So now they're going to go main phase 2, activate the Armageddon, and they're going to read it. So, Matthew had to banish the Seyfried for black, so they don't have Seyfried in grave. They could negate the activation to put it into graveyard. What else do they have in that grave? Nothing really. They never made Striker Dragon the search boot, so it's not like there's that to worry about. But then they're gonna special summon out the white from hand to get to boot, to get to Tracer engraved to summon out for free. Yeah. I'm thinking that we don't. Okay, first of all, I was thinking that we don't negate it, not just because of Gamma. I was thinking because if you negate it, you, willingly... they still get to keep going. It's definitely much harder. Now they have Gamma, Driver. They're, oh my gosh, they're so far ahead. to be honest, they don't even need to like unicorn the Eldlich trap because the card's not gonna do anything and it's too slow. They might do it just so that way, like, worst case comes to worst, like they still end up winning. But this is a lot. We're gonna get boot. We're going to. Then we have Armageddon in the extra deck that can summon itself out at any point. Well, I guess any point once you have a zone to summon it to, because it is summoning a pendulum from the extra deck, so you have to have a zone to summon to, or like an extra monster zone. But like right now they couldn't because Striker points to the left. But activate boot. And then boot effect the summon. Summon out Tracer. And then Tracer, pop boot. Dragon is for sure winning this Nationals. Even if they don't win this game 2, there's no way they don't win game 3. Bring out Recharger. Okay, so they have the Savage if they want it. They have Pepega Ruler in Graveyard. They have Armageddon in extra deck. They have all the bodies they need. Looks like they're thinking about making Dark. They do end up making it. Okay, the opponent doesn't have any Darks in their graveyard currently, so they're just doing that as a link to Dark that points down. We still see the Called By in Dragon's Hand, which is going to be pretty good versus Golden Lord. Temple is the last card in Eldlich's hand. So now, think about using Recharger for something. Is it Pisty? Yeah, it makes Pisty. So are they making triple now, or makes triple burst? Pisty can now summon back because they have a zone that they point to. They already went into battle phase, so they're in main phase 2 now because they tried to attack over Griffin and then, it didn't work out. But Pisty to summon back Striker Dragon. Okay, so they turning those into quad? Yeah, has to be quad, right? Doesn't have to be quad, but quad seems pretty decent. I'm trying to see what line they're trying to cook up. I don't know exactly what they're going for. Ooh. So quad effect the target triple burst to summon back. And then summon those back. They discard the guy that's going to allow them to get fusion. Get rid of those now. Synchro for Savage. Savage effect to equip. Equipping the triple burst. Striker Dragon, pop quad to get Recharger. Recharger effect, summon back. Effect tribute, summon 2 rockets. Banish from graveyard, go search fusion. This deck just like, it works. Like if you're playing 60, you can afford to play all these like extra engine cards. So like there's like this way to play the deck, which is just actual Dragon Link with more rockets. Or you could play the Fazil Khan build, where you play like 40 cards with Brave token stuff. And then, yeah, there's just that build, which I feel like is better than this build, because this build's 60, so I'm not going to see its good cards more often. I mean, the hands he's been drawing he has, that's what I'm saying, sometimes, even if you don't have like the best deck for the tournament, or you're not as prepared as others, if it's your day, it's simply your day. Like, there's no way you draw a red reboot. I didn't draw droplets this game. I thought I saw droplets, but there's no way you draw a red reboot multiple times in 2 rounds. Like, there's in 60. And not even just in 4, in 60 too. So now Unicorn back the Conquistador, shutting off the Eldlich engine, discarding the fusion spell off of the Unicorn. Got a free draw off of it. Now they're going to banish the Light and Dark to bring out the Chaos Armageddon. Now they could use all those to make the Borderland if wanted. Do they not play access code? Also, how is Eldlich outing Borderland? I feel like I've had this discussion before. I've actually had this discussion about every deck. And I don't know why, I can't remember how Eldlich outs this. But now they're going to negate Golden Lord to summon out Tracer from grave. Set a card and pass. Cool, so broke the board, ended with Borderland Savage. Red Reboot was a very good draw, but realistically it was just a 1-for-1 with the Judgment. And like they both paid 4,000 life points, so there could have been better 1-for-1s. Like Harpies. Oh wait, Draco back outs it. Yeah, wait, that's one thing. That's fair. That's fair. They're gonna Savage negate that. Yeah, I was like, oh, how does the... I was thinking about, like, Eldlich Engine. I wasn't even thinking about Brave Token cards. Yeah, obviously, like, Brave Token, Draco back bounce. That's why you can also, like, impermanent. Just can't be targeted by monster effects. They have Ice Dragon's Prison. Ice Dragon Prison's outs it, so we saw game 1. Now they're going to go Temple to Special. Okay, they're going to have a pretty decent extra deck here. Also, that set is called by. So, like, if they get rid of Golden Lord, and then try to, like, use its graveyard effect, called by ends up trading very well into that. So now they're going to link off Temple. Never mind. They probably said misclick, and then they both smiled. Oh my god, look at Matthew here. He's shaking. He knows he's doing well. Do they even have a Light Engrave? I don't think so, right? There's no way. Oh, it's Driver. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, they just hand it over. Reading Borderland one more time, realizing outing this with monsters from the extra deck like that is extremely hard. Because it cannot be responded to. It's a negate. Can't be destroyed. Can't be targeted. So it's not like you just go like Unicorn, target, they'll negate, and then you make access code out of it. They do only have 3,000 life points though on the dragon side. Alright, Eldlich player just checking everything. Golden Lord effect, chain called by is going to be pretty insane though. They're going to link off Driver and Lina. Summon Unicorn effect. This card Torrential. Could have banished Temple to grab right. And then could have discarded that instead of Torrential. Targets the set card's going to chain the called by, targeting the Golden Lord now. And then link off token into Spider. And now access code. Yeah, effect, getting attack. Then Resolution, Borderland, negate to summon back Recharger. So now all they have is a right. They have a 2,000 Garnet and a 23 Garnet. The opponent has Savage, Tracer, Recharger, Borderland. And he goes pass, he goes end phase Tracer, pop triple burst. And the opponent admits defeat. Dragon Link is the winner of the French Nationals 2022. Shout out Matthew, aka Ninja. Shout out to his team. I think that's the out. Hey, look, it just changed to it. The Outsiders. Shout out to them. I think that's a team. I mean, it looks like a jersey, so I'm gonna count it a team. I don't know, like the French teams and stuff like that. But yeah, we end up seeing Dragon win there 2-0 over Eldlich. Eldlich opened up pretty decent game 2, ending on Judgment, Griffin. What was it? Oh, Conquistador, and then like follow up through every engine. So like that was pretty decent. They were going up against like more of a control deck. They would have won that. I feel like they showed the Drago. Oh, maybe they're like, yo, this is the goo, and it's just Drago. I don't know. Drago's not like the goo. I feel like every Dragon player knows about like Drago, Aether. You know, they know Brotar, like the good summons off of Seal are like Seal and the Phantasme, Tidy and Bounce It, yada yada, you know, a couple different things. Okay, so I guess that is just it. It's not really much more to go over here. Somebody told me that the German Nationals, I should go over that. I don't know if they even had a stream or how to find it, but I will look for it. I highly doubt there is one, though. And with that being said, the DB Grinders signing off. Peace. Have a nice day. Stay safe.